Hello everyone and welcome to today's lesson, which is the second lesson of 9.12, which is all on algebra and simplifying. So the learning objective for today is to know how to simplify algebraic fractions, and this is the higher side of things. Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a challenging lesson today. So on the screen you've got 6 questions. I'd like to pause the video here for about 10 minutes and work through these 6 questions. This is your knowledge retrieval, and we'll mark them in a moment. So please pause the video now and then I'll give the answers in a second. Okay, so here are your answers. So please again pause the video here and mark these for me. Right, apologies for that, I just made a bit of a mistake, guys, so just bear with me. So like I said, we have to factorise both the numerator and the denominator of this fraction. So starting with the numerator, 20a, I'll just put the pen on here as well. There we go. Right, so 20a plus 15, that's on the top, the numerator of the fraction. If we factorise this, so what number goes into 28 and 15? Well, the highest common factor of those two is going to be 5. Okay, so I'm going to put a 5 outside my bracket, and then I do 20a divided by 5, which gives me 4a, plus 15 divided by 5 gives me 3. Okay, so the top of this fraction factorizes to 5 bracket 4a plus 3. And then on the denominator, we've got 24a plus 18. And again, factorize this. What's the highest common factor of 24a and 18? That's going to be 6. And then in the brackets, 24a divided by 6 gives 4a, plus 18 divided by 6 gives 3. So on the bottom of this fraction, we're going to have 6 bracket 4a plus 3. So we've factorised both the top and the bottom. We've got to this, and you'll notice that we've got 4a plus 3 in a bracket on the top, 4a plus 3 in a bracket on the bottom. So we can simply cancel those two out. And if I cancel that out, if you imagine we're dividing this by this, dividing the same number by itself is essentially going to give 1, so we can cancel it out. So we're left with just the 5 on the top and the 6 on the bottom. So this is 5/6. Okay, so my answer to this first one is 5/6. Can you please pause the video here, copy that one down, and then try the we do for me. Okay, so hopefully you've had a go at that we do now then. So it says 20a plus 15 over 36a plus 27. And as I said before, when you're asked to simplify an algebraic fraction like this, the key is really to factorise and then trust that it's going to drop out in the end, which it normally does. So starting with the top, 20a plus 15, that was actually factorised for you in the I do, sorry, and that factorises to 5 bracket 4a plus 3. And then if we go with the bottom, 36a plus 27, highest common factor of 36a and 27 is going to be 9. So 9 goes outside the bracket. 36a divided by 9 gives 4a, plus 27 divided by 9 equals 3. So you can see again, this is going to drop out. So that's what my fraction now looks like that I've factorised it. And again, we've got 4a plus 3 on the top, we've got 4a plus 3 on the bottom. Those two can cancel each other out because we're just dividing the same number by itself. That just equals 1. So we're left with just the 5 and the 9. So it's 5 over 9. If you got this right, you're doing really well, because as I said before, this is a more challenging lesson because this is on a higher sort of topic. So if you're getting this right, you're doing really, really well. Okay, so let's look at example 2. So for example 2, we've got 3 plus 4a on the top and 36a plus 27 on the bottom. So immediately looking at the top of this fraction, 3 plus 4a, I can tell you that this does not factorise. So we're going to leave that alone for the minute. But let's look at the bottom expression, 36a plus 27. So if I factorise this, I say what's the highest common factor of 36a and 27? Again, it's going to be 9, so 9 goes outside the bracket. And then inside the bracket, 36a divided by 9 goes 4a, and positive 27 divided by 9 gives positive 3. So if I write this out again, keeping the top the same, 3 plus 4a over 9 bracket 4a plus 3. The trick to this one is spotting that 3 plus 4a is exactly the same as 4a plus 3. These two are the same. They may be in the reverse order, but these two are exactly the same. So we can, in fact, actually, if I just whack some brackets around this, cancel that with that. So that means I write a 1 on the top and I keep this 9 on the bottom. So it's 1 over 9. Okay? Please pause the video here for a little bit while you copy that one down and then try the we do for me. Okay, so let's have a go at this we do then. So again, I can notice 4a plus 3 on the bottom. This doesn't factorise, so this is going to stay exactly the same. 4a plus 3. But I can definitely factorise this top, 20a plus 15. So highest common factor of 20a and 15 you should have got as 5. So I'm taking a 5 outside the bracket. 20a divided by 5 gives me 4a. 15 divided by 5 gives me positive 3. So if I rewrite the numerator of this fraction as 5 bracket 4a plus 3, and again you'll see we've got the same expression on the top and the bottom. Those two can cancel out. So we're left with 5 on the top, this will be a 1 on the bottom. That's 5 divided by 1, which equals to 5. Okay? If you got that right, you're doing really well. So keep it up. But if you didn't get it right, just pause the video here, copy that down, and just try and spot where you made the mistake. Okay, so for example 3 now. On the top we've got 3a squared plus 4a. On the bottom we've got 36a plus 27. So again, we've really just got to see how we can factorise this, and then it should drop out. Like I say, 99% of the time, if you factorise, these fractions will drop out. So start with the top, 3a squared plus 4a. Well, what's the highest common factor of 3a squared and 4a? Well, 3 and 4 don't share any common factors, but a squared and a do, and it's actually going to be a. So I'm going to put an a outside the bracket. 3a squared divided by a is going to give me 3a. Positive 4a divided by a is going to give me positive 4. So I'm left with this here. Okay. So a bracket 3a plus 4 on the top. And then on the denominator, we've got 36a plus 27. And again, highest common factor of 36a and 27 is going to be 9. How many times is 9 going to 36, or 36a divided by 9? That's going to give me 4a. 27 divided by 9 is going to give me positive 3. So I'm left with this on the bottom. As a matter of fact, this one actually doesn't even factorise, so we've got to leave it there, okay? Because 3a plus 4 is indeed not the same as 4a plus 3. So we can't cancel these two out. This must remain as it is, okay? Please pause the video down. Copy that down, and then try the we do for me. Okay, so on the WeDo, we've got 20a plus 15 on the top, so let's start by factorising that. 20a plus 15. Highest common factor of 20 and 15 is going to be 5, so 5 goes outside the bracket. Inside the bracket, 28 divided by 5 is going to give me 4a. Positive 15 divided by 5 is going to leave me with positive 3. So on the top, I can rewrite 20a plus 15 as 5 bracket 4a plus 3. Then on the denominator, I've got 4a squared plus 3a. So again, we're going to factorise this. Highest common factor of 4a squared and 3a is going to be a. Then I can put my brackets. 4a squared divided by a gives me 4a. Positive 3a divided by a gives me positive 3. So I've got a bracket 4a plus 3. And in this case, you'll see that we've got 4a plus 3 on the top, 4a plus 3 on the bottom. Those two can again cancel out. So left just the 5 on the top and just the a on the bottom of the fraction. So 5 over a. So please check that with a green pen. If you got that right, you're doing really well. If you made a mistake, maybe copy mine down, pause the video, and then try and spot where you've gone wrong and see if you can put it right. Okay, so let's look at this this fraction right here. We've got 20a to the power 4 plus 15a on the top. So let's start by factorising that. 20a to the power 4 plus 15a. So the highest common factor of 20 and 15 is going to be 5. So I can take a 5 outside. But then look at a to the power 4 and a. What's the highest common factor of a to the power 4 and a? Have a think for a moment. It's actually just going to be a. So we can actually take an a outside the bracket here as well. Now, 28 to the power 4 divided by 5a is going to give me 4. Remember your laws of indices. A to the power 4 divided by a gives me a to the power 3. And then positive 15a divided by 5a is going to give me positive 3. So I can replace the top of this fraction with this. 5a bracket 4a cubed plus 3. And then on the bottom, I've got 4a squared plus 3a. Again, factorise that. Highest common factor of 4a squared and 3a is going to be a in this case. And then inside the bracket, we've got 4a squared divided by a, which gives 4a. Positive 3a divided by a gives positive 3. Okay, so I'm left with this on the bottom. So if I write that now, a bracket 4a plus 3. Now look at this fraction. In the brackets, we've got 4a cubed plus 3 on the top. On the bottom, we've got 4a plus 3. Those two aren't the same, so we can't cancel those out. But what you will notice, we've got an a on the top and we've got an a on the bottom. So we can cancel that out with that. And that leaves me with my answer, which is going to be 5 bracket 4a cubed plus 3 on the top. And then on the denominator, we've got 4a plus 3. That's my answer. So can you please copy this one down and then try the WeDo for me too. Okay, so for this one, if we start factorising the top, 3a squared plus 4a. Take out a as a common factor, that factorises to a bracket 3a plus 4 on the top. So I'm going to rewrite that, a bracket 3a plus 4. And then on the denominator, 36a to the power 4 plus 27a. What's the highest common factor of 36 and 27? It's going to be 9. Highest common factor of a to the power 4 and a is going to be a. And then working out what's going inside my bracket, 36a to the power 4 divided by 9a is going to give me 4a cubed, and then 27a divided by 9a gives me 3. So I'm left with this on the bottom. So I've got 9a bracket 4a cubed plus 3. Now look at these two. Again, the brackets aren't the same, so they can't cancel, but we do have an a on the top and an a on the bottom which can cancel. So my answer is going to be 3a plus 4 on the top, and then on the bottom it's going to be 9 bracket 4a cubed plus 3. If you got that right, you're doing really well, because that was a tough question. So keep up the good work if you're doing that right. If you made any mistakes, please just copy this down, try and spot where you made your mistakes. Okay guys, so here's some questions for you. I'd like you to try these questions. Do your best to work through these. Please pause the video here, work through those, and do as many as you can. These are tough questions, like I say, so if you're getting them right, you're doing really, really well. We'll come back with the answers in a moment. So please pause the video here. And here are your answers. So if you please mark your answers for me, and then make sure to mark it in green pen and just give me a score out of however many you got right. Okay?